Hello and welcome to the third in a series of probably going to be 4 videos exploring the Dungeon Alchemist magic update. My name is Sac, I'm a map maker, my home is at patreon.com/SaCMaps, and Dungeon Alchemist have very kindly granted me access to the magic update early so that I can make a few videos and explore and have a bit of a play and show off some of the new features. As this is an early access build, it's not the final release build, there may be some bugs and issues that won't be present in the final release, which is due on the 12th of June. There's also going to be a couple of live streams on the 10th and the 11th of June, around, I think, probably about 8 p.m. UK time, British Summer Time, BST. So if you want to head to twitch.tv/SaCMaps, if you chuck a follow on there, you'll get notified when it goes live. So today we're going to have a look at 4 of the new building options. We're going to look at the Cathedral, the Wizard's Tower, the Magic Shop, and the Witch's Hut. And we're going to make a quick map of the Witch's Hut at the end. But first, we're going to look at the Greenscreen biome. Fair warning, it's very green. Sunglasses on now. Yeah, green. Even Kermit the Frog's looking at that going, mate, too much. So sometimes it might be handy to have a bit of a modular bit of kit. Maybe, you make a few decent rooms, corridors, things like that, and then you can just pop them together however you want to on the fly as your players are hassling someone in another room. Now you can. We have a dungeon. Let's just give it a bit of a curvy edge. Create the dungeon. Just a little one room. Maybe a little prison cell. Using the manipulation tools, we can shape the room easily. There's a little cell and a hallway. Just going down this way. So with the Greenscreen biome, we can take that export, we could put it into our image editor of choice, GIMP, Photoshop, whatever, and key out the green, and then you've got individual tiles that can just be built to whatever, however you want to make it. I can see uses for this. Mostly endless loops. But then, I am evil. Okay, so let's have a look at, let's jump onto the grasslands biome and have a look at the Wizard's Tower and the Magic Shop. We're going to do these together on the same map. So Wizard's Tower, we'll pop that right at the back. Give it a nice curve. And raise it up quite high. Obviously a Wizard's Tower. Clues in the name. There we go. And we'll have a smaller area just to one side, not quite as high, but still relatively high enough. That's at 4. This is at 3, according to the pieces on the side, the numbers at the side. And we'll just bring it across slightly. There we go, 2.5 here. So let's give this a bit of shape. Nice curve. Okay, generate the Wizard's Tower here. Make sure that the doors are allowed. I've made that mistake before. And one here. Now this is slightly too close, so we're just going to move it out to one side. Put it down to 2. There we go. And on 3 levels we have areas of a wizard's tower. Now, you could put stairways between them, pop those on. You could pop those on yourself. Pathways up. We can make a very simple slope upwards. Smooth it out after. There we go. Simple slope up to this area. Then there could possibly be a ladder or stairs up to here, and then the same again over to here. So we have 3 chunks of the wizard's tower, and inside we have various wizardy accoutrements. A cloud ring, one of the new assets, a flaming censer, and these are really nice. New robes, cloak. So we have various things popped in there, and as you can see, this is basically ready to go. You'd want to tidy a few things up, make sure things are where you want them, doors, windows, and so on. But, it's a very pleasant little room. Very simple. And then in here, we've got a little... What's in here in the displays? Ah, good. A hex doll, skulls, and the Necronomicon. Also, this is a magic circle. It could be handy to pop that just outside the door. Make sure nobody pops up that you don't want to. Let's actually... There we go. We'll give the floor a bit of a paint just to make that stand out. So we have our wizard's tower. What about the magic shop? Well, let's make a shop with some nice frontage. Give it a bit of a curve. Maybe make the backs a bit angled. And maybe a little storeroom off of here. And let's have a look at what we get. Now, as with any of the generations, the door kind of defines the orientation of everything else. Now, if this was the way that we wanted people to come into the shop, that's absolutely fine. They come in, we've got a counter, also got a tree poking through. Turn that round a bit. There we go. A nice shop counter. Some lovely books on the side in the new bookcases. The dragon's head's a bit gigantic. But let's remove the door and put a door where I would have normally had one. Let's have a lovely big gothic door. Nice. Okay, so let's refresh using the new door orientation. We've got some display cases. Let's give it another go. So you come in. I haven't left it a huge amount of room to deal with the shop counter. So if we move this round table and the shop counter, turn off collision. There we go. We can move that into a nice space. This is the area that customers are allowed to see. Can browse up and down this part of the shop, put collisions back on and snap that to there we go, snap it to a wall. Same with the bookcase. Let's get rid of the empty bookcase. And we have lots of little display things. So we've got, the cloak can go against the wall. This table can go at the back. And we've got some cupboards and whatnot. some potions. I'm going to get rid of the fleshy table because bleh. What's in this display box? It looks like a necromancy staff, black marble wand, and golden wand. Nice. Perfect for anyone who just wants to be browsing. So if we refresh, if we get another one, this time we have a little outfit for potting mandrake. Let's turn him round so we can see. There's some mandrake roots, mud, flower pots, everything you might need. So very simply, very quickly, we've used some of the new assets that have just popped in and made a usable potion shop, unusual shape, and 3 different height portions of a wizard's tower. So the final thing we're going to do, we're going to jump onto a forest, and this is not going to take long. We're going to make a witch's hut. I'm going to make this a 30 by 30 map. I'm going to make sure this doesn't take very long because I tend to get carried away adding details, and that's not the point of this. So we have a clearing in an evergreen forest. I'm going to use the forest brush to just make it a bit more dense because I do like it quite dense at the back. We're going to clear some space for people to come through, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a river. Just a small river going through. See, it's very easy to carve a river that you want. Just going through the area where the witch lives. Let's take that across to here. There we go. Now the witch probably doesn't want to be bothered by anyone. So let's start by making the witch's hut. It'll cut a path through the trees, that's fine. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it square, but I'm going to turn it round slightly and then add a couple of smaller sections. Maybe an area where she can do potion brewing and things like that. Cut that off, make it nicely angled, and the witch's hut, got everything selected. Let's have a look at what we get. We'll probably have to rearrange the door as before, but what we have is, I love these new walls. They are glorious. Let's have a quick squiz inside. Okay, so the door, where's it put the door? There at the front. So I'm going to go in and find a new door. I think there is a double door for the witch's hut. Does it come under natural type things? Special? No. I forgot the name. Driftwood. Alright. Well, let's just... I'm not great at remembering the names of these. So let's have a nice look through. Aha! Witch's hut door. There we go. So this is a... Oh, those windows and the door together look... They don't look welcoming. So let's give this whole thing a bit of a refresh, because we now have the door in the right place. And we can see that now we've got the witch's bed. There's a bush just in the way, so let's tuck that over there. Turn the bed round. There's a cauldron, which we can pop on the table. She's got a nice little dining table there. And a witch's hearth of bubbling away cauldron. Pop a table over on the nice rug. Oh, she's got a horrific chest. The flesh chest. Blech. Slightly terrifying. So, the witch is living in here. It's quite a simple, basic home. There's a couple of lights on the floor and things. So let's just make sure that they're out of the way. Pop that on a bench. What else have we got lying around? There's a chair. That's absolutely fine. Let's get rid of the fleshy chest. Search for witch. And what can we find? Is there some kind of aha, broom. Every witch needs her broom. Lean that against there. The broom of flying. There is one that is actually flying as well. So we can have that outside, ready to go. The terrain has done some interesting things. So what we'll do is we'll flatten the terrain out. Just ready. There we go. And I'm going to get something just for the potions. This is actually out of the potion school, but I do like this little table. There we go. Just for her to do some of her little potions and whatnot. Let's remove a couple of these and add some. If we search for witch, one of the things that comes up is a bag of teeth. And that's horrific, and I love it. Good. Very, very excellent. And a terrifying hex puppet. Let's turn collisions off so he can sit on the desk. And he is animated and will move around. There we go. So we've got a very basic hut for the witch. Now, she doesn't want to be bothered. If you didn't want to be bothered, what would you do? Put up a big spiky fence. Where... Woodwork spike. Now, this is the new paint object painting tool. Before you had scatter, but now we can pop things in a square. Oh, it's going a bit too dense. There we go, within a square area. I've got it too weak now. A circle. Let's get it nice and dense. There we go. Or, as we'll use in this case, a freehand line. So if you didn't want to be bothered, you might build a big fence around where you lived. Didn't want to be bothered. Nope. Big fence. So what we can do is add a little bit of an entrance to here, because you want to actually be able to come out. And maybe there could be... Oh, we've got some freestanding banister fences. I'm wondering if there's... There we go. We've got some nice wooden banisters that can act as a little gate between the two, so she can get in and out. How's she get over there? Apart from the fact she can fly. Maybe a small bridge. Turn it round. And as you can see, with barely any time, a very basic but functional map of a witch's hut with some nice terrain details. I would personally want to go in and sort out some more nature elements. Add some rocks, make things look a bit messier. Go to the terrain paints and see if we could make things a bit more lived in. Make some dirt roads, because obviously the area is going to be used. There you go, little dirt path up to her house. And round here, maybe that's where she wanders off to find herbs. So looking at it from an export point of view, there's a perfectly simple, perfectly usable encounter map for your players using the new tools and the new room types with the Dungeon Alchemist magic update. I think that'll do for this video. They seem to be getting longer and longer. I need to stop. So tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, the next video I'm going to make, the final video, we're going to look at the extra dimensional room, the skeletal throne room, and then do a quick map in this kind of style of a potion class, kind of school classroom, making potions and whatnot. So that'll be fun. So I hope to see you there for that. My name's Sac. You can find me at patreon.com/SaCMaps. I hope you have a good night, day, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Take care. Bye-bye.